Hi, I'm Tilka Palk, and you're watching the one-on-one interviews with Kana. My name is Tilka Palk, and I'm from Zambia. I was born in Slovenia, and then we moved to Zambia when I was a couple months old.
Would you say there is a sporting culture in the country?
I mean, yes and no. So we are more football inclined, so the nation does come together when there are sporting events, but unfortunately they're not advertised as well. So a lot of people don't get the opportunity to engage in other sporting events apart from soccer.
Would you say that the sporting culture in the country has pushed you further or helped you to become who you are today?
Unfortunately, it hasn't, because sporting events in Zambia are not advertised as well as football is. So Zambians don't get the opportunity to come and support other sports. So unfortunately, it's really hard for us to drive Zambians into watching other sports apart from football, because they don't know anything. It's like going to a cricket game and you don't know what works with cricket, but you're kind of there and you're just sitting there and you're like, okay.
And your current occupation?
I'm currently studying to be a Montessori teacher, so this is my last year.
Okay, what is a Montessori?
So Montessori is an alternative of preschool, where I work with children between the ages of 18 months and 6 years. So we have like 2 classes where we have children from 18 months to 3 years and then 3 to 6.
Okay, and when did you decide to do this?
I decided this end of 2018. So what was so funny was I'm not really fond of children. That's a nice way to put it. But when I first moved here, a friend of mine said to me, hey, I kind of have a job for you. Are you keen? And I'm like, what is this job? And she's like, it's just like helping preschool kids to swim, like learn to swim. And I'm just like, kids? And she's like, just try. So I was like, okay, cool. And I really enjoyed working with children. And it just gives me so much joy to work with such young children. So I was like, this would be interesting. I think I'm going to go into teaching because I really enjoy it and I really engage with younger children.
Okay. How long are you swimming for now?
Oh, how long have I been swimming for? Maybe 17 years now? Yeah.
And where do you currently train?
So I'm currently training at St. Mary's DSG with Vikings Race Club.
You train every day, and how often in a day do you train?
So I train Mondays to Saturdays. Monday to Friday I swim mornings and evenings, and then every second day I have a gym session. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays I have a gym session, and then Saturdays we have mornings.
Who is your current coach?
Zambian.
Okay.
So for me, what is most important for me in a coach is to be able to listen to your athletes. Obviously not verbally, but also how they're swimming. So if I tell Gerard, listen, today I'm broken. I will do this set, but I can't do it as well as you expect me to do it. And he would be like, all right, that's fine. Just do as much as you can, or you can just swim through the set. And I think that's most important. And I also look for a good swimmer-coach relationship, I want to be able to joke around with my coach, and also be able to talk to him about personal stuff, family problems, relationships, and so on and so forth. So I think with Gerard it's very nice because he listens. He also has a very, how can I put this, like a stern side to it, where he'd be like, listen, you really need to get your life in order because this is not working out for us in terms of your swimming and stuff like that. So I think that's what I like the most about him.
Okay, and you say you find those qualities in yourself?
I think the reason why I enjoy him as my coach is because I don't have those qualities. It's because I'm not able to be disciplined enough with myself. So I think having my coach that I look up to have those qualities and be able to put me in line is so important for me.
What's your reason for swimming?
I think I just grew so fond of swimming that I just enjoy it so much. I look forward to training, said no one ever, but I do.
Okay, and your first swimming memory?
I remember when I used to train with the Lusaka Dolphins in Zambia, and I remember the first day we had to learn, not the first day of my swimming, but I remember the first day we had to learn how to do flip turns into the wall. And I remember the older kids helping me, and it was just so difficult for me to actually grasp that, getting into a flip turn, you know? So I think that was my oldest memory, or my first memory, because I think I felt so accomplished after that. I was so excited that I could do a flip turn.
So do you believe swimming is more than just swimming, i.e. does it build character, social
Yeah,
aspects of your
definitely,
life?
for sure. I have made a lot of friends through swimming, so I'm really, really grateful for all my swimming friends and all the opportunities it's given me through my career. And I think it's so lovely that it builds a social character as well. Some people would come from let's say homeschooling, and would come to swim training, and they would build social aspects of themselves through that, and they get to know people, and you get to know how to work with very strong personalities, you know.
All right. So who would you say is your greatest sporting hero growing up?
You know what's so funny is I never actually looked up to someone like that growing up. I would always think of people that are achieving such great things as, I can also do that. That person is just like me. There's no difference. So I never really had like a sporting personality to look up to in sports. But I think growing up in life, I looked up to my mom the most, because I think she really pushed me mentally, emotionally, and physically to be the best that I can be.
Okay, besides yourself, who would you say is your biggest competitor?
You know, when I saw that question, I was thinking to myself, this is a good question, because I don't know. There's so many, I can't say one person, you know. At the level I'm at, there's so many people, not only within South Africa itself, but the whole world. There's so many people that are better than me, that for me, I say, okay, who's the next best person? I have to beat that next best person. But when I beat that person, there's also that other person. So it's kind of like a ladder that I have to climb, you know? So there's so many people that are better than me, faster than me, that I can't just name, you know?
If not swimming, what would be your next choice of sport?
Fencing. I love fencing. It's just great. It's so exciting, and it's so how can I put it, prestigious. I feel like it's fun, you know. I love watching it.
But have you ever partaken in fencing?
No, because I've never had the opportunity to find a club or somewhere where I can actually do fencing, you know.
Where would you say your professional swimming career took you?
I think it was 2015. No, I'm lying. It was it 2015? No, 2012. It was the Region 5 Games in Zambia, and I was 15, and I won the first medal for Zambia. I won a bronze, which is the first medal for swimming ever at that event. So I think after that I got into swimming a bit more seriously, because I saw more potential in myself.
And what was your biggest competition?
At that moment, yes. So far, my biggest competition has been the World Champs. I've been to, my first biggest competition was World Champs in Barcelona, which was 2014. Yes, 2014.
Okay, before you walk into the pool arena, step onto the platform, any like rituals you perform just to calm the nerves?
Not exactly like a ritual, but I'd probably, two things. I'd either listen to music, or I'd talk to everyone else around me and just like crack jokes, because I'm so nervous. I need to just like calm myself, and I think that cracking jokes is like my go-to thing, and then everyone laughs, and then they get out of their zone, and then I'm just relaxed. I'm like, haha.
Okay. your biggest swimming accolade or achievement as well?
Winning Sportswoman of the Year 2018 in Zambia. That was really, really a big achievement for me. It meant so much to me.
Okay. Yeah, your greatest swimming moment?
That 2012 Region 5 Games, because for me, I was so young, and there was so much happening in my life at that moment, because my mom was sick of cancer and she was having treatment at that same time that I was racing. And so she was in hospital the day of the 50 breaststroke, but she left hospital to come see me race. So that for me was the biggest moment of my swimming career, and still is the biggest moment.
The biggest life lesson swimming has taught you?
There's so many lessons it's taught me, but I think the biggest one is really just keep pushing, you know. Everything I've been through in life, I still go back to swimming because that's like my home, my go-to place. So I think the biggest lesson is knowing that whatever happens in my life, swimming's always got me. I've always got swimming.
Thank you for listening to say. Are the Olympics in your sight for this year?
Definitely. I'm really, really hoping I make the team to get to the Olympics.
Okay, and has this particular Olympics in your sight for a while now?
Yes, because I missed Rio's Olympics. I missed the qualifying time or the cutoff time for Zambia. It was really sad for me. I was really looking forward to swimming Rio. After I missed those Olympics, I kind of went into like a depression for a couple months. I mean, I just lived life like I didn't care. I didn't care if I did well in school. I didn't care about my swimming. It was quite a difficult period for me, but I took a month off of everything, life in general, and that really just got me back into swimming. I just thought, you know what, it's not the last Olympics in the world. There will be more Olympics that I can swim, so yeah, I've been looking forward to swimming this one for a very long time. It's quite personal to me.
Has your training styles and schedule changed as you prepare for the Olympics?
Slightly, yes, because I'm the only swimmer in my club that's inside for Olympics. I think my coach has incorporated that into the training. So yeah, I think it has changed slightly, but not much.
How strict is your diet?
You know what's so funny is that I'm not like a bad eater, so I don't really crave bad food usually. So for myself, I'm fine. So I don't feel like it's strict. So I don't really eat many carbs. So I mostly veggies and protein, but that's about it.
Okay, so it doesn't change leading up to the competition?
No, not really. Or maybe the night before I race, I would eat more carbs than usual, but yeah, not really.
Alright. Have you set out any goals that you would like to achieve coming up to the Olympics as well as performing at the Olympics?
Yeah, I really would like to qualify for the Olympics. That's one of my main goals. But other than that, really Olympics is what's inside for me right now.
Okay, and how far would you say you're off the time to qualification?
I mean, I'm not far, but to get to that time, I'm gonna have to work extremely, extremely hard. Like harder than I am now.
Okay, so I know this is a taboo topic, especially in most sporting codes, but seeing that it's Olympic season, what would you say is your idea or your perspective of doping or banned substances?
Honestly, I don't think that FINA and WADA are working well enough together, because it is so unfair that swimmers such as Sun Yang can throw a tantrum, get banned for a couple months and still come back. I think they need to be a bit more strict and ban swimmers like that for life. I mean, he missed his court hearing, and then you get banned for like 6 months. If anything, sure, I would dope and then miss my court hearing and then get banned for 6 months. Yeah, whatever, but I'll still be in the pool, which is kind of unfair. But being threatened that you'll be done for life, I think is scarier than that. And I think they really need to take it a bit more seriously, because let's take for example how Russia is doping. Russia as a whole country. Why can they not ban that whole country where they banned Zimbabwe out of the Commonwealth Games? It was only now, after so many years, that they had allowed Zimbabwe to compete again. So I think that really the IOC and WADA need to put their foot down and say, listen, no.
What is your perspective of water safety in Africa?
So two things. I think it's not taken as seriously as it should be. I think, as a swimmer, I think everyone should know at least how to tread water or to be able to save their own life if they gets in a situation where they're in a pool or they slip and fall into a dam or something like that. Secondly, I think water quality in general in Africa is not the greatest in terms of cholera outbreaks and getting diseases from water. As you know, when it becomes rainy season in a lot of countries, especially in Zambia, we don't have great drainage systems. So everything floods, all the trash and all the water mixes up and people get sick from that, and it's a really big issue in Zambia and also in Africa with cholera.
Okay. You say you are playing a part with the water safety issue in Africa?
So I would like to play a bigger part in terms of the cholera aspect. I would like to be more engaged and inform people more about water quality and water safety, drinking water. But I do play a part in teaching underprivileged kids how to swim because children do love water and they do love enjoying to swim. So it's great if they know how to swim at least.
Okay, something that no one really knows about you.
My biggest fear in life is drowning.
How is that possible when you're a swimmer?
I know. The thing is, I think for me, it comes from, like being trapped in a place where I can't get out and it's filling with water and I know I'm going to drown. Like I can't even watch people drown in the movies. I have to. It's worse than watching a horror movie. Watching someone drown, I have to I just can't do that. Yeah.
Your favorite city or country you have visited?
So, I can't name like one. So my favorite city in the whole world is Cape Town. It just gives me such a calm vibe. It's such a great place. My other favorite city is Budapest. When I was there for World Champs, I just completely fell in love with that place. It's just great. The people there are great.
Your all-time favorite song?
See, I go through these phases where I just can't pick like one song. It's a couple. But my all-time favorite band is Goldfish. Their music is just such a vibe. I can listen to it in any situation, running, when I'm sad, when I'm happy. They just feel it for me. They do it for me. I love Goldfish.
Okay, and what do you do in your spare time?
Nap. I do. You know what? I sleep as much as I can because I think for me sleep is the most important. Obviously it is in general, but man, do I love being horizontal? Yes. I will. Even like going to World Champs and stuff, we get back from like lunch or whatever and I just jump in bed. I'm just lying there. And like my teammates would be like, dude, you have to at least get out of bed. I'm just like, you guys can come to me.
Okay. What is your biggest sporting opportunity yet?
Probably going to World Champs, being given that opportunity, as well as being given the scholarship to go to Spire in Ohio. That really just put my swimming next level. I became such a great athlete from that.
You have a particular item you never leave behind when you travel?
Yes, I brought it actually. I never leave this. This is this is Mr. Green, okay? I got him as a Christmas present from my grandma in Slovenia. And unfortunately, I got him after I went to Barcelona for World Champs. So he did not come with me to Barcelona. But ever since then, Mr. Green has never left. He's traveled around the world with me. Even if my bag is full, I'll find space for him.
Okay, have you thought about life after swimming?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it more often now, knowing that I'm getting to an age where I'm getting to the peak of my career and also I'm getting to the end of my studies. So I am looking forward to working, but I don't see the end of my career in sight anytime soon. Obviously, when I get to my late 20s, I would like to start a family, settle down, but clearly I haven't met that person yet, so I can't really think of that far. But yeah, swimming will always be a part of me. So even when I do finish my professional career, I will still be coaching. I still want to be part of swimming.
And lastly, what would be your advice to all up-and-coming swimmers?
There's always going to be that one person that will tell you you'll never be good enough. There'll always be that one person that tell you you'll never make it in swimming, you'll never make it in whatever you're doing, you can never be a musician, you can never be an artist. What are you doing deco? You'll never be good at it. But let me tell you something, if you have a passion for it, you're going to be great at it. Because I was always told you never be good at swimming. Yeah, you have the talent, but don't think that's going to get you far. I'm just like, yeah, but because I enjoyed swimming so much, because I pushed myself through all that and I just put all that behind, yeah, I had kept it at the back of my head. These people told me, you told me, I'll never forget your face. You're the one who told me that I'll never make it. But guess what? I made it. And now what? Hi, I'm Tilka Palk and you're watching the one-on-one interviews with Kana.